Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be about annual passes. So as you guys know, I have the Infinity annual pass. So yeah, I had a top band annual pass, but I just wanted to share some information about all the annual passes, what I know, what I've learnt about annual passes, and then what is actually on the website. So I've got my iPad up here telling me the exact information. So like I said, I've got the Infinity one. I paid for it outright and it was €449. I have the Revolut or Revolt card. I say Revolt, but I think it's Revolut card, which is like a cash card. You change money into different currencies. It's free to do that. It's free to spend your money, what you've exchanged into euros, obviously in France and other countries. But yeah, so I'd had the money all on there. I paid for the temporary pass online, and I did the Magic Plus, which is the one just below, and then I decided I'd upgrade to the Infinity pass. So when I got to the park, I upgraded, it was €150 extra. That's what I chose to do for me, because the perks of the Infinity Pass are 365-day access. You've got privileged parking. Sorry, I'm just looking through my iPad. Privileged parking, you get 20% off in shops. It's booking hotel prices and stuff. You can get them, it says an example price of €108 for a room at Santa Fe. And if you guys know that I'm already staying at Santa Fe when we go in March, but we paid, it says 3 of us going for 3 nights. I think our whole thing was like $240 for 3 nights. So that's not an exact price. As I say, like, you can get them cheaper than that. That's just kind of a middle ground price, if you know what I mean. And you also get 20% off 1-day park tickets. So that means, and alongside the 5, well, for the Infinity you can have 20 park tickets, 2-day hoppers, but you can only do 5 in a week. And obviously you get them at a reduced price, which is €39. So you buy them at the park. But after they have been used, so you've used all 20, you then get 20% off the in-park price, which isn't like a lot. Like, I think it's €89 most of the time. So if you take 20% off of that, so that's like €16. Well, no, it'd be a bit more. That's about maybe €20 off of that, so that would be about 60. You can buy them over here for 45. So that kind of deal doesn't really work efficiently when you can get them for cheaper, but it's still there. You get the annual photo pass, which I've got here. So you get a black photo pass because of the Infinity, and it says pass annual Infinity, and then it's photo pass, and that's free with your Infinity annual pass. You also get 15% off in Disney park restaurants, or Paris restaurants it says. So these are all Disney owned restaurants, so places like Rainforest Cafe and sorry, not Annette's, Planet Hollywood, you don't get discount in them because they're not owned by Disney. But like Annette's, all of the places in the park, Cafe Mickey, where else, and like the bars and not pubs, hotel restaurants, you all get discount in them, and that's 15%. You get 20% off Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. So that is the dinner show, what has like characters and stuff, and it's, yeah, you're kind of like at a cowboy shootout kind of thing. You also get 15% off a character breakfast. It's the only one of the passes what has that availability on it. And you also get reserved access into the park, extra magic hours, invites to the annual pass events. This is a good one. So a non-alcoholic drink, which is it's not what you choose, it's like a I say cocktail, it's like a mocktail juice drink thing. It's really nice in Disney owned restaurants, so places where you get your discount. The free use of guest storage and a wheelchair and pushchairs. So for guest storage, it's 3 suitcases per day. So obviously you can put them in there on the day you arrive and the day you go home. You get a privileged car park for Infinity annual passes. The Magic Plus also has a car park which is just a little bit further away. You can get VIP seating for shows and parades. So when I say shows, it's mainly illuminations and then the parade. I'm not sure, depending on the seasons, if they have that specific thing for if you're there for like seasons and their shows as well. I haven't used it yet because you can only book 15 days in advance for that. And you get a dedicated phone line if you've got the Infinity Pass. So literally I was on the phone this morning and it took me 5 minutes to get through, like to see if I could book a room. And you get free access into the swimming pools in all the hotels, but for that you do need to book them online like you would do your VIP seating. So I'm just going to talk a bit about the Infinity Pass as well. So yeah, it's really good. I love my Infinity Pass. Like I said, I've only used it once at the moment, but I worked out I saved about 60 euros on merch, and that was it. Like a merch alone. Like you would see from my haul, I bought like the denim jacket. I literally paid for the denim jacket and I got 2 patches for free. My Spirit jersey went from, they're normally 60 euros, it went down to like 48 euros. That's a big saving there. My Pandora charm was 35, went down to 28. Like food and stuff, like we just split the bills, and that went, like when we went to a Nets. I mean, then we had like little vouchers and stuff for Planet Hollywood and Rainforest Cafe anyway, so we still got discount in them. But in the Nets we just split the bill, so there was 5 of us and it worked out like, I think it was like 25, 30 euros each, something like that. And that was all of us had a drink. Like obviously I got my free cocktail as well. But yeah, like stuff like that, loads of stuff you can save on just by having merch. This photo pass was a godsend. I can show you, I will get it up on my phone. So it starts here, and it literally keeps going all the way down. There you go, that's the bottom, and a couple of them were from my last trip, maybe about like 20 of them were from my last trip. But yeah, that was all one trip pretty much. Like yes, I know there's photos of not just me, because the girls who I went round with, I just put them all on my photo pass, and I just said, like, girls, you can use the like I'll give you the thing, you can go on, get all your photos off whatever ones you want. But yeah, so that is best things about Infinity annual pass. And I have extended my trip, which you guys will know if you check out my Instagram. I always leave the link down in the description for my Instagram. But my trip to Disney is being extended by 2 extra days. Rather than going home on the 12th, I actually go home on the 14th. So, but yeah, so instead of going home on the 12th, I am now going home on the 14th because there's an annual pass event on the 13th. So you guys will be able to see that video. And so yeah, that like big thing that I can now go to the annual pass event. Sorry, the angle's like changed slightly, the camera moved. But yeah, so I'm going to the annual pass event, but yeah, so I've extended my trip because I've got that annual pass. It doesn't matter for me because all I have to do, I had to change my Eurostar, which didn't cost a lot, and then I've just got to get an extra hotel room for those extra 2 nights. So don't need parking tickets because of this little bad boy. But yeah, it's things I can do now. I've got my annual pass. So going down, because obviously I'm talking about the Infinity because that's what I've got. And the next one down is that Magic Plus. This one is quite popular with a lot of people because it is 299 euros. And obviously you can pay these in installments. Sorry, I forgot to say, the Infinity one you pay a €60 initial payment, then it's €36 a month. So obviously it converts it into pounds for you. But yeah, so the Magic Plus is €299, and then it is after an additional payment of €60, it goes to €22 a month, and you get 350 days access. You get guest parking for free. You get 10% off in shops. The example price of the room is €130, but as I said, it might be a little bit less than that, stuff just depending on when you book. You also get 20% off one-day park tickets, and that is after the park tickets you get included. So on the Magic Plus you only get 10 included, and that's only 5 per week again. But yeah, so it still works out. The annual photo pass you have to pay for, which is €59. So if you're for like me, I was going to get the Magic Plus and already paid for it before my trip, but then I looked and went, that's €59 for the photo pass, which is fine, and then that would only be like another €100 where I can get extra discount in shops and extra discount in restaurants. Like, I can go more times in the year. Like, I want to go at Halloween because it's my birthday around that time. I can go for my birthday. I can go for over Christmas week if I want. Do you know what I mean? Like, I decided it's worth it for me to upgrade to that Infinity. So you kind of need to balance that out within your own head of what happens. And it's for the park tickets, what you can pay for, it's €45 for one person. You also get the reserved entrance into the park, and you get magic hours, and you also get invited to annual pass events. These are ticketed events, and you do have to pay for tickets to go to them, and someone told me they're between €30 and €45, so they're making money off you because you've got an annual pass already. It should be included, or even at least Infinity should be included, and then they get released it first if they want to go. I know not everyone goes to them, but then if Magic Plus want to go, or even, yeah, Infinity can get, like, I would say get it for free, and then Magic Plus would have to pay for it as like a perk included in the pass. You also get a non-alcoholic drink in restaurants, and then that is it. That's all of your benefits for the Magic Plus. But like I said, that is 350 days access in the year. If I have a quick look, it's pretty much, so I'm just skipping through the year. Right, so you can't, so the first one I've come to, you can't go in this year. Is from the 27th to the 31st of October. It's a Halloween week, which I think is probably half-term week as well. And then from the next one, you can even go in on Christmas Day with the Magic Plus. The next one is from the 27th till the 21st of, not the 27th till the 31st, sorry, of December. Oh, through to the 2nd of January, sorry for this, like, year. Like, that, to me, you can be in Disney on Christmas Day. That is pretty special and magical. So it's up to you guys if you weigh it up. And the next one down is the Magic Flex. This is €259, and it is €19 a month after the €60 initial payment. Let me have a drink. So this gives you 300 days access into the year. So there's 65 days where it's not. If I have a quick look through, so it's a few weekends in February, and there's like 3 weekends in February. There's, I'm guessing that's Easter week in April. Say week, like Easter weekend and stuff in April. There's 5 days in May, sorry, 1 day in June, 3 days in August, which is probably like a French bank holiday or something, often the case. From the 18th till the 31st of October, so none of the Halloween thing. You can go like obviously right at the start, but that's it. And then December, the first weekend in December, and then from the 19th to the 31st, oh, to the 2nd of January actually, if you bought your pass like today, is like blackout days, so you can't go on those days. The only thing what stops blackout days being issued are if you stay on an on-site hotel. So on-site hotels give you your extra magic hours, which the Magic Flex doesn't get, but it also means you can go in blackout days. Blackout days tend to be ones, especially like for the Magic Flex and the Magic Plus, they are ones which are like popular days and peak times, okay? Whereas like obviously infitiy you get it all included. But yeah, if you stay in an on-site hotel, blackout days don't count. So you can arrive on a blackout day. As long as you're staying in an on-site hotel, you'll get given your an easy card and you can go in. That also means for the Magic Flex, you get extra magic hours because you're staying in an on-site hotel. That's a perk of the on-site hotel. So it's that kind of situation. Obviously, for the Magic Flex, you do get your guest parking. It's 10% off in the shops, which is still, that's like a decent amount off. The example room price again is 130 euros. That can go up and down. You can get your additional ticket for 20% off, but you can't get, that is for a 1-day ticket. It just says 1-day tickets at entrance. So if I look down in the little terms and conditions, discount on 1-day purchases at the gate of the Disney parks, maximum of 5 per annual pass holder. The discount cannot be combined with any other offers. Tickets are valid from 1 year of stating date purchase. So those ones which you get 20% off, you can buy them, like you can buy 5 in advance. Like if you're going with an extra friend and you go for 3 days, you can buy your free tickets on the first day when you get there. Then you can go straight in as well and not have to queue and wait. Your annual photo pass is 65 euros, or it says available from 69 euros for this one, 65 euros, sorry. So whereas the Magic Plus said available for 59, said available for 59 euros, this one says available from 65, so that price could increase. I think that depends on how much it is in the parks. And that is the end of, you don't get discount in restaurants, you don't get your Buffalo Bills, you don't get reserved entrance, you don't get any of those bits. You only get those perks that I've just spoken about. So you get 1, 2, 3, you get 5 perks as part of your pass, which is, yeah, it's good if you just want park tickets for those least popular days throughout the year. So 300 days, which is still a good amount. And then the last and the cheapest pass is the Discovery Pass. This is 179 euros, which is after 60 euros initial payment. It's 11 euros a month, which is obviously that's cheap. That's less than people's phone bills. The same as Magic Flex. Well, all of them really, if you think. Discovery, Magic Flex and Magic Plus, they're like cheaper than people's phone bills. Like 20 euros for to go to Disney. Like, it's not that bad. You only get 150 days access. So if I have a quick look, so just on January, that's no weekends in January. Pretty much all of February's blacked out. The first week in March, all weekends in March. Pretty much all of April. Pretty much all of May. All weekends in June. All of July really. All of August. Weekends in September, weekends, and then from the 17th to the 31st of October, but also the weekends, weekends in November, weekends in December, and then from the 21st till the 31st as well, until the 3rd actually. So it's mostly weekends, and like I say, those peak times. So summer holidays, you can't use it. That's the only. Oh, and you can get guest parking, but it's available for 60 euros. You'd have to pay 60 euros for your year to be able to park at Disney for free. Considering it's about 20 euros a time, like I know some people who buy the Discovery Pass when they're going just for 3 days, because you think about it, that's 179 euros. Park tickets, even if you buy on like attraction tickets direct, not sponsored or anything, there, I know for 1 day park tickets they're like £45, something like that. So what's that? You've got three of you're gonna go in like 3 times, so that £130. So to upgrade, if you work that out, just rough exchange rate at the moment, that would probably be £150. So you're paying an extra 20 quid to then have the rest of like the year's access, which is not that bad. So that's you having a 4-day trip really, because 90 and 90 is 180, so a 4-day trip essentially is your Discovery Pass cancelled out. That's paid for. It's then when you have another trip, that's when you've gained stuff off of your annual pass, but that's just park tickets. You're not getting any additional discount in things either. But yeah, so they're like all of the annual passes, like I was trying to say like throughout it, the terms and conditions of it. So the frees are free. You don't need to get an annual pass for them. A child's annual pass is from age 3 to 11. So if you've got a 12-year-old, they are classed as an adult. I can only have like 1 annual photo pass per pass. So yeah, you can't try and get 2 and stuff. And it can only be used when you're with your pass as well. So if you... so if I gave this to my friend and went, oh yeah, like use my photo pass for your trip, I don't need it, she wouldn't be able to, because my annual pass hasn't been in the park that day. So they know that my annual pass hasn't been in and clocked in, because they scan your annual pass as they issue your annual photo pass. So they know whose is whose. People used to do it, and I've seen on Facebook before, like all of their families got the Infinity Pass, which is like 5 of them, which is fine, because then essentially they can have 5 annual passes, 5 photo passes. But normally it's like the mum and dad normally get them, because then if the mum wants to go alone, then she can still use it and the dad gets it anyway. But I've seen people get one for all of them, and it's like their kids, their 3-year-old kid or like their 5-year-old kid. They're never going to go to Disney alone, or I say alone, but I've seen people say my children are going with their grandparents, does it matter that they've got the annual pass and can get discounted tickets? No, it doesn't matter, because it's per pass holder. So yes, it is worth you getting all of your annual photo passes if you want, but people have tried to be sneaky about it and saying, like, selling them on Facebook, through Facebook groups, saying, I've got an annual photo pass, it runs out, so if you brought it like last week, like, oh yeah, it runs out the end of January next year, but they're selling you a dud. You can't sell these passes. I know when I got my annual photo pass, I had to sign a receipt to say that it's only for my use with my annual pass. Obviously if I've got people with me, they can use it and stuff. Like that's what we did on my last trip. I got their photos on my pass because they're part of my group, but it's only for the use with your own annual pass. You can't sell them and give them to other people to say, yeah, there you go, use it. And Disney are obliged that they can ask for your your annual pass as well as your photo pass. So yeah, they have the right to do that because that is their rules. As I said before, the guest storage for the Infitiy, you can have 3 bags, and you can have 1 wheelchair and 1 push, or I think it's and 1 pushchair, but it might be all 1 pushchair. Oh, and you get kennels as well. You can have 1 stroller and 1 wheelchair per day per annual pass, and it's 3 bags per annual pass holder per day, and 1 dog or cat per annual pass holder per day, excludes overnight accommodation. So you can take your pets to Disney, there are kennels there. If you've got an annual pass and you say you've got a dog, and I think Village Natures lets you take pets with you. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm sure they've got some cabins where you can have pets in. and obviously you don't want to leave them there all day, so you can leave them at the kennels. If you've got your annual pass, it's free if you're only taking one pet. Obviously then you'll pick them up at the end of the day and then they're going to go back to sleep with you. The viewing area, oh, let me just, I'm a bit blind, can't see. It says preferred viewing area is area to enjoy illuminations, Disney Stars on Parade and some seasonal outdoor shows on the production courtyard stage. Limited number of places per location, and reservations must be made 15 days and no less than 24 hours before the date of visit. Reservation possible only via the dedicated online platform, valid for Infinity Pass holders only. Access upon presentation of a valid Infinity Pass and confirmation email, which are non-transferable. The preferred viewing areas are subject to modification without prior notice. So it is only for your pass holder. If you're going on a thing with your friend, they can't come into that area with you as well. It is only for the Infinity annual pass holder, which is fine. Like I say, if you're going on a solo trip, you can have that view and know that you don't need to stand there and wait to be able to go in and watch illuminations or Stars and Parade. But yeah, annual passes are great. You can, like I say, you can have great benefits from them. Like, you can use them as much or as little as you want. Like I said, I used mine on my December trip. I'd technically already paid for my tickets for that trip as well, but it's fine, and I'm going to be using them for like 5 days in the park. When we go, I've got another trip booked for June, so stay tuned for those videos and those announcements. I want to go back in October time, might do a summer time one, like end of October, or not October, end of August, start of September kind of time vlog, like trip. Definitely go in October, definitely want to go back at Christmas, might even do Christmas week depending on prices for that. But yeah, it's not, yeah, I'm trying to use my pass. I've been keeping all receipts and stuff from purchases I've made, and like I said, I've had discount of 60 euros just from my last trip, so I'll keep keeping them. But obviously some things I also got discount for my friends as well because I was with them. But I'm gonna keep keeping my receipts to work out how much discount I actually make by the end of the year. But yeah, so that's everything for today, guys. Hope it's given you a bit more of an insight into the annual passes. All of the information is on the website, which I'll leave in the description box down below. But this is what I think of them and how I would go about buying one or using one. So catch you guys later. Bye.